Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setup for today. Just want to delete some of these noises from Friday. Okay, so as usual, starting off with Euro USD. What do we see at the moment? We have come back to test the breaks. So the first break failed. That was 119.571. You can see we basically got above it, and then we've got this massive engulfing bar on the 8-hour. Basically below the moving averages, testing it. I would almost, well, actually, let's just leave that one in and put another level in. So there are two scenarios on play at the moment, and so from the 8-hour perspective, you can see there was a retest of the break of the moving averages, and we had a massive move to the downside. Now we've got another retest of the 33 EMA, and sort of going sideways at the moment. This is the level we need to pay attention to right now, 119571. Look at my oscillators crossed over far apart, and that is normally an indication of a continuation to downside. So oscillators crossing below the moving averages, potentially a new trend line forming, looking for a move down. What's going to happen here is there are going to be people that are trading this retest here. So in other words, broken trend line up, came back to retest, there's a pin bar, so you've got people that are long above that pin bar with a stop below here. So almost a 50-50 call, but I think that's going to be more or less a trap that's forming, in my view anyway. Right, so looking at the hour, and that's the one that we want to be trading. There is nothing to trade at the moment. We are in the moving averages right now, so above and below the moving averages, we are in a range. So trend line on the upside, and we have another trend line further down. However, the way I see this is quite simple. Wait for Europe to open, get a range around that those bars. So it's the first 7 1-hour bars, and I think daylight saving starts today. I could be wrong, but I know daylight saving should be starting this week. So anyway, which basically for me means all the markets move back an hour. So at the moment, watch this area. First 7-hour bars is what you need to pay attention to. Break below the bottom here, 119.428. Break and retest of that on something like the 15-minute chart. Stop above the high of the day, and you're looking to continue to the downside. Break to the upside, I'd basically only be looking for 119.923. So that is the previous big resistance, and the bigger trend is down. So that's why I'd favor sort of short and hold a breakdown at the moment rather than a breakup. But anyway, at the moment it is sideways. There's nothing really on offer there, but in my view it is brewing pretty strongly. Okay, moving on to US dollar Japanese yen. So last week was a pretty much consolidation week, as you can see, with a massive move going into the close of the week to sort of close above this level here of 108.947. Now, the reality is there's nothing on this chart that says to you sell. Everything on this chart is saying buy. Okay, and that is strong US dollar. So if you look at the Euro USD setup, that is also a case of strong US dollar. So at the moment, what we're looking for is clear breaks, and I'd basically use Friday's highs here that we are rejecting. So pull back on structure. There's lots of structures to the left. If you look here, ranging for between 108.947 and you can basically go all the way down here to 108.646. So the bigger picture, strong move up sideways. Okay, and we've now broken some of these swing highs. So retest of those swing highs is logical, that buyers are going to be stepping in there, anticipating a continuation of the upside. Now the continuation is big because it's basically this move here. So that is 2,500 pips, and you're going to measure it from the low here. So from here, 2,500 pips up, like that. So you're looking at 110.800. 1110, 110800. Okay, so 110,800 is what you're looking for move the upside. Okay, British pound, Japanese yen. A bit of a wedge forming on the 8-hour. Trend is still up, but we are extremely tired, and we do have a crossover here as well of the oscillators. I'm not one to pick a top. I want to wait for confirmation before that. This trend is still extremely strong to the upside, but you know, the structure that is forming is a bit worrisome for anybody that is long. And this level here is obviously the line in the sand for me to the downside. So that's 151,220 is the area that we need to pay attention. Okay, trend is up at the moment, so no reason to be worried about it until we take out Friday's low. At the moment, I think we are sitting, we've got a pretty strong level up here, 152080. So do we buy off the bottom? It's probably worth buying off 151676 with a stop below Friday's low. That's quite far, I think. Maybe quite a few pips. That's 550 pips. Small position, move up, but this consolidation wedge does worry me at the moment. So obviously you still want to buy until the wedge breaks. So you're looking to buy off structure, and the structure at the moment is the gap. So I would still be looking for that. Possibly a way to do this is, so if you look at the London breakout strategy, you take the first 7 1-hour bars, draw your range around it. So at the moment, that's your range right there. So if it does manage to drop down there, then that becomes a range. But at the moment, that's a range. And if that stays a range and you break the downside, you'll see your target is the gap. So I'd be buying down here, to be honest. 151676, anywhere, even at the gap, sort of around there. 151722, that's where I'd be buying for this pair. Aussie dollar, US dollar. So we also have a bit of a wedge break. You can see a strong move down. Look at my oscillators crossed over, and now it does look like we are forming some kind of rejection of this wedge. I don't like it because of the way that we are above and below the moving averages, and the moving averages are flat. So I'm not entirely a fan of this, but based on the other two pairs, this is looking to fall. And if we come down to the dollar pair, the 1 hour, you can see lots of tails at the moment, lots of confusion. We were below the moving averages, then we got above them, and we're testing them. As you can see, a massive confusion here around the testing, and now we've got a big pin bar two pin bars that started off the day, and now we're sort of hovering around here. So I'm looking for opportunities to sell into this, basically, and this is going to be the first level right here. So 077460. So I'm looking for a break, retest of that, and then a start to move down, and that would give me the confidence that we are moving further down. Also a bit of a range break and test at the moment. So the negative impact on the dollar at the moment, or sorry, the positive impact on the dollar that's strengthening the dollar, is the US bond market. So by the looks of things, the projection is rates are going to zero, and that's pretty much what's happening at the moment. So there's a lot of noise at the moment, a lot of chaos at the moment. Right now, there's nothing worth trading here. We are sideways. I want clear breaks and retest. So clear break of this area here, 077460, clear break, back up, retest. I'll be looking to short this with a stop above the current high of today. Euro British pound been in a very strong downtrend, and then the whole of last week pretty much nothing on offer. And look at my oscillators starting to group back the upside. I have a sneaky suspicion that was just a consolidation phase. We have broken that consolidation phase to the upside, however, on the hour, but maybe one more attempt up before still continuing to go sideways. So for me, this pair is not worth getting involved in just yet. Look at how chaotic this has been last week, and I suspect it's going to continue. Right, we do have a bit of a flag forming here. That's the reality there. reality there. So a good opportunity here is wait for those first 7 1-hour bars, draw your range around them, and then take the trade. And I think I would take the trade to the downside if we had a bit of a range break to the downside. I think that's going to more than likely be a fake out. I think trade to the upside could be a bigger move, and I think if you come to the 8-hour, well, not really. I suppose that would be the next level there, and that would still put us, we're still in a downtrend. We're in a very, very strong downtrend. So you could see strong move, wedge, second move up, and we pick it up on the hour, and we do this. There's first move up, second move up, look at that, straight on to that level. So that's the kind of way that I would be looking at this. So watch this very carefully. Break of that first 7-hour range to the upside and a retest. I think I'm pretty confident that we should get a breakthrough here, first of 0.85968, and then you're looking for 0.86209 in the upside. That there is an area to sell for me. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. Obviously it could still pull back down to come and test these moving averages down the bottom here, and I'm just going to use one of these levels here. Just pick, all I'm doing is looking to the left, looking where the most interaction is, and it's right over here at 0.85745. Okay, so I'm not looking to sell this, although we're in a downtrend at the moment. I don't think there's confirmation of a continuation just yet. I'd rather be selling higher up. So on the shorter time frames, what we're looking for is a long scalp. There's my 15-minute, and you can see how this would line up at 0.85745 lines up with 155 EMA. Okay, British pound, New Zealand dollar, absolute chaos, and it is still continuing. You can see these two levels are the ones that are holding up price. So the first one is 194486, and then the next one is 193350. And I keep saying I need to take this pair out of my watch list because you can't trade this. However, that being said, we do have what's looking like a potential crossover here. We are on the 155. So any break and retest of this area, 193350, could potentially lead to a bigger move to the downside. So I will keep it here for a couple more days and we'll see where that takes us. But at the moment there's nothing worth trading. I'd obviously want to be selling off the top here rather than the bottom, but it is range bound and I don't do ranges. So at the moment it's sit on hands quietly and pay attention to what's going on. Anyway, that's it for me on Forex today. Dollar is looking interesting. A pound is also looking fairly interesting. So those are the two currencies that I'm watching this week, and we'll see where that takes us. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.